And the thunder rolled, doo doo doo. The thunder rolled. Well, hello again, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Rusty Malberg here with an update on what the Northland is expected to see tomorrow, Wednesday, June 10th, 2026. You know, we do get these active severe weather days at least once a summer. Sometimes it's a couple days out of the calendar year, and well, that's going to be the case as we go through the next 24 hours from the time that I'm taping this. It's just past 7:30 on this Tuesday evening, getting a better handle as to what to expect across the Northland, and it's going to get interesting. I mean, to put it simply, everything is there for a severe weather outbreak in the Northland. We've got the warm, moist air across the entire region here. We've got dew points in the 60s, temperatures into the 80s, 70s by the lake, and we do have a storm system with a cold front making its way across, and behind that cold front, cooler, less humid, drier air. And all of that is going to create the cape, the energy, the lift that is necessary, and the wind direction, and speeds up in the atmosphere for these severe thunderstorms to form across our region. Now, there is technically going to be two rounds. The first round is actually going to happen between 2 and 6 a.m. Wednesday morning, and this is going to be the residual of what is currently happening out in the Dakotas. The second round is the one that is going to be the biggest concern for everyone, and this one is going to be across the Northland, basically early afternoon through late evening, so from 2 to 9, and all severe threats are possible. The big thing to keep in mind is what happens with round number one. Round number one is going to have its cloud cover, it's going to have its rain, maybe some storms, maybe some wind. How long does that stick around in the Northland? It is going to be weakening as it makes its way through. If it lingers around longer than what it has done so with model runs, it's not going to make round number two as intense. The key for me is always going to be what happens around the noontime. And if we get plenty of sunshine in the Northland to warm up the atmosphere, really start to bubble things up above our heads here, it is going to be a very widespread severe weather event that we're going to be watching in the Northland tomorrow. So yes, here you go. High pressure system giving us some nice sunshine and good conditions across the region here. Got to make sure I get my right marker here. There you go. High pressure system. That is going to be moving off to the east. We've got a nice jet stream that is pushing this low pressure system, and it's going to push it basically to the north and to the east. So this will eventually become that cold front on the back side of it, and that will swing on through the region. As you can see right now, as of Tuesday evening, nice little line of showers and thunderstorms forming across North and South Dakota. They do have a tornado watch out there right now, and yes, even a tornado warning near Minot. This is what we're going to be watching. This initial line working its way east-northeast overnight, eventually getting through Grand Forks and Fargo, passing through western Minnesota, and eventually reaching us here in the Northland. Again, it's going to be late in the night. You're going to get plenty of sleep. Probably between 3 and 6 a.m. we're going to be watching this line come on through, and it's past the heat of the day. It is going to be weakening. It is not going to hold a lot of strength, but there still is that potential for a few of those storms to have some gustier winds, and that's typically what happens when these severe thunderstorms weaken throughout the nighttime hours. So maybe the Iron Range, Rainy River Basin, I-35 corridor region, you might get a gust over 40 miles per hour, but I don't think the biggest concern for severe weather is going to happen before sunrise tomorrow. Taking a look at the Futurecast models, you can see that line making its way across northwest Minnesota just past midnight. Again, about 4 to 6 a.m. is when we're going to see that line make its way across the region here. And then again, how long does it linger about? How long does this line continue to hold? Now, our Futurecast models have been a little here and there with situations when it comes to what to expect across the region. We know that there's going to be plenty of energy in the atmosphere. The question is, what is going to trigger off the showers and thunderstorms, especially once we get to the afternoon and evening hours? So this latest model run here, showing off maybe some lingering showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. If you get that earlier on in the day, it is going to be more of an isolated to widely scattered severe weather threat. But as you can see, by the time we get to the late afternoon, evening hours, the prime time of the daytime when we see these severe weather outbreaks, Yeah, looking pretty impressive there. It could be individual supercell thunderstorms. It could be linear, the lines that are more wind based instead of hail and tornado based with the threat. And those will continue to make their way through as the cold front makes its way through across the region. Basically, by midnight Thursday, early morning hours, we're done with everything. But yes, everything is there for severe thunderstorms to happen. So I do not normally put this risk as high as it is right now, but it is pretty likely that we will see severe thunderstorms in the Northland at some point on your Wednesday. And all different types of threats for severe weather are going to be there: tornadoes, large hail, high winds, and even some flash flooding. So let's break this down a little bit more here, showing you a couple other graphics from the Storm Prediction Center. So this is their hail outlook for Wednesday. As you can see, the percentages that you see up here, this is based off of a certain location within 25 miles. So in the red, a 30% chance that there will be a severe thunderstorm with damage-producing hail within 25 miles of your location. In the yellow, 15%. You might be wondering what the black lines on this graphic mean. And this is something new that the Storm Prediction Center has done. Prior to this, they have not done a whole lot in regards to describing how likely the threat is going to be compared to how strong the threat is going to be. Like if you do get a severe thunderstorm that has hail in it. This is considered a level 1 hatched alert, which means that it isn't just going to be 1-inch hail. The marble size, the quarter size hail that would be the baseline for a severe thunderstorm. It is likely that if we do get some of these severe thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon and evening, hail would be golf ball size, if not larger. So 2 inches in diameter or greater. And again, greatest threat is probably going to be the farther south you are, just given that there is going to be a little more of that instability, a little bit more of that clearing of the skies during the late morning, early afternoon hours. Similar situation with the wind outlook, again, 15 to 30% depending on where you are, but northwest Wisconsin, the upper peninsula, you're in that hatched area. Those wind gusts maybe 70 miles per hour greater instead of that baseline 58 miles per hour and greater, but still, all winds in a severe thunderstorm are capable of causing damage. Maybe just a little bit higher chances of seeing those damaging winds the farther south and east you are in the Northland. Then there is the tornado threat. Again, the numbers are a little low here compared to wind and hail because, tornadoes don't happen as often as high winds and large hail. But anytime you get to that 5%, that is a little bit higher for us here in the Northland, and especially with the hatched level that you see in northwest Wisconsin, the I-35 corridor. That means that if we do see a supercell thunderstorm or maybe a spin-up tornado, it could be packing some decent winds, and an EF2 string tornado would be 110 mile per hour winds and stronger. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Again, are we going to get individual supercell thunderstorms? Are we going to get the linear line of derecho-like windstorms here? We'll just have to see how everything plays out Wednesday afternoon and evening. The other concern that we have is the potential for some heavy rainfall in some of these showers and thunderstorms. If we get a couple downpours in your area, it could be a decent soaking of at least 1 inch. Maybe 2 inches and plus. And given how dry things have been of late, even with some recent rainfalls over the past few days, it could be a situation where flash flooding could be a concern, especially in those low-lying, poor drainage areas. So be mindful if you get a couple of showers and thunderstorms, whether or not they're severe. If they've got some heavy rainfall rates in them, it could pile up quickly. Again, we do need the rain, which is pretty good news here. So we'll take whatever we can get. Would be nice to get it without the severe weather threat. So this is a good time to remind you, this is the opportunity that you have to prepare for what may be coming tomorrow. So in case you do have a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning issued in your area, make sure you know where to go. If you're at home, try to get to the lowest level that you can. Put as many barriers between yourself and the outside. Basement's the best part, interior hall, closet, bathroom with the pipes surrounded. And again, use some other large furniture pieces to protect yourself. A bed, a dresser, a desk if you want to, mattresses, pillows, thick blankets work as well. If you're going to be at work, if you're going to be somewhere in public, just be aware that there will be signage and hopefully people directing you to locations that are the safe spot to be. And of course, if you do happen to have to hunker down for a while, make sure to have that severe weather kit as well. Have a way to keep getting information. Weather radio is good. Batteries for anything that is battery operated. Have some water with you, a first aid kit in case you do get injured. So, again, this evening, tomorrow morning, best chance for you to prepare for what may be coming. So, yes, I don't normally say things that would probably be a bit over dramatic when it comes to the weather, but this is going to be one of those severe weather days where there will be some strong to severe thunderstorms making their way through the Northland. And if we do get the right amount of energy, they could be packing a wallop. They could be causing some considerable damage compared to even just the low end severe thunderstorms that we have seen a couple weeks ago with the pop-up variety around Memorial Day weekend. So yes, please do your part to keep yourself up to date. We're going to do our best here at the station to keep you informed on our website, through Facebook here, and we'll do our best to keep you safe here because it's going to be an interesting Wednesday. We'll keep in touch. All right? Stay safe, stay weather smart. Have a good rest of your night.